Hi everyone, it's Sunday, June 30th, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. Starting with the United States, sellers were able to hold steer prices steady for yet another week, even making some small nominal gains. But like we said last time, a few weeks and 50 cents here or a dollar there doesn't mean that it's a stronger market. Suppliers have built in some decent positions on popular steer selections, but if sales don't quickly improve, those will surely erode. With regard to steers, heavy Texas prices were unchanged this week and no significant trading was reported. Consequently, last week's trades that hit a high of $23 on 62-64 pound averages remain in place. And after last week's flurry of talk over a large-scale sale in the cow sector, sellers were back to the same old story of super low bids and difficult sales. Some are saying that if prices languish much longer, they will indeed have to start billing packers for pickup. U.S. slaughter for the week was just a few thousand hides higher than last week at 665,000. Combined export sales of 554,600 fell back to being well below slaughter again. Most of that total this week, in fact, was wet salted, but meager wet blue sales dragged down the overall total. Shipments were also lower at 496,000, which is actually a more negative indicator because, as everyone knows, sales figures can be great, but if you can't ship the hides, it's a real problem. Next week is a short week for the U.S. with the 4th of July holiday on Thursday, so production will be down and it's likely sales may be down as well. In our market observations this week, we have a guest commentary from Craig Rolson, who takes a look at how the largest destinations for U.S. hides it was not always China, and how that could be shifting again. From Brazil, editor Ronald Guiel reports on Brazil's continuing difficult situation where currency exchange rates are still complicating matters. Fresh hide prices dropped for the third week in a row, calculated in reals, but selling at 20 U.S. cents. TR1 remains at 50 cents as sellers try to stem losses by holding prices steady. Argentina's market remained quiet this week. In other news items from Brazil, we report that the Sustainable Origins program has changed and is beginning a new process and training program, and that the Paqueta footwear group is seeking judicial recovery from its large debts there. From elsewhere in Latin America, Argentina's footwear production was down 11.4% in 2018, and low sales have led to layoffs of 90 workers from a Nike subsidiary there. From Mexico, we have information on how international buyers at Anpic generated 15.7 million in business, among other news. Turning to Europe, our editor Andrea Guolo reports that most hide types saw lower prices this week. In the UK, 36 plus is down to 80 pence per kilo, and there is talk of some even lower levels. European cow selections are also under pressure, with some origins posting more declines, and the same can be said about a couple of bull selections. In this week's commentary, Andrea reports on tannery industry data from the Unich Assembly and the likely ramifications on the leather sector as these conditions continue. In addition, he talks about a new effort to promote and defend Italian leather, and then lays out what the current situation is with regard to production and purchasing in the tanneries right now. So that's all we have for today, and until next week, good night from HideNet.